Well, this is our ringing room in 2017. As you can see, all the refurbishment work has been done. The walls, the wooden panelling on the walls has been replaced where necessary. We have a wonderful new window ledge which doesn't now have to collect water. We even have curtains. All the walls have been decorated. We have a new ceiling, entirely new ceiling, where all the ropes come through from the bells themselves. Looking up there, that staircase leads to the clock chamber. I'll show you up there in a moment. The blackboard is still there. We managed to recover that and we use it for tuition purposes. We've still got some old photographs on the wall. You remember this one was the old clock mechanism which had been confined to the scrap heap some time ago, sadly. But as you can see, the other photographs are still here. This was a photograph retouched up of the bell ringers in 1896. A motley crew, as you can see, and this one we replaced it with the bell ringers of a later century, all of whom are still ringing. We have new carpet on the floor, really comfortable, and this hole in the floor, you will now see, contains a rope which extends all the way down into the vestry on the ground floor of the church to label a bell to be tolled during church services. It's called a Sanctus bell. I'll just see it go up there through another hole in the ceiling, and if I pull the rope, there she goes. That's the Sanctus bell, and that can be chimed from the ground floor in the church. We'll now go upstairs and I'll show you the clock. This is still the ringing chamber. As I'm climbing the stairs to go into the clock room, you'll recognise some of the pictures from the previous video. So we'll now go on up into the clock room. This is our clock room. The old clock, photograph of which you saw on the wall downstairs, is long gone and been replaced by these three blue boxes which contain an electric mechanism installed by Smiths of Derby some time ago. All the bell ropes, you can see, continue pass up here into the bell chamber, which is up there. We'll go and have a look up there in a moment. After I've shown you our little device in the corner here, this is a carillon. It's a music playing machine. It plays tunes on 10 bells, the 6 which we ring plus 4 more. When the previous video was made, this was in a derelict state. It hadn't rung for 50 years and we had to remove it in order to have the work done on the rest of the tower. We got a young man in called Terry Hill of Hill's Tower Clocks, good friend of ours now. He painstakingly removed every single moving part of this machine, took them away to his workshop and restored them into the condition that they are now. The machine now plays a different tune every day, 4 times a day, until 9 o'clock at night. That's at 9, 12, 3 and 6 o'clock in fact. So that's the carillon. So this is our carillon. It's 3 o'clock on Tuesday, so it's just about to start to play today's tune, which is, I think, Son of My Soul. Probably take another 10 or 15 seconds. All the steel wires there that you can see, there's 20 wires, each one's to a separate hammer, 2 per bell, so that it can play double notes. Here we go. This is looking from beneath the bells. If we look upwards, you can see all the bells above my head. I'm showing you this because this big red ball here, which you can see moving there, that's the Sanctus bell. That's the one on an Elicum hammer, which you can see I'm pulling this rope, and that chimes, that's the one that chimes from the vestry onto the inside of the bell, which you can see there. All the red leverage and stainless steel wiring is part of the carillon mechanism, which Terry took to pieces and then reassembled in the tower. So we're now in the bell chamber. I'm stood above the bells. In the previous video you saw these bells being raised. As you can see now, the bell frame has been totally repainted. All the metal parts have been restored to their full working condition. Can't raise the bells now because I'm up here. All the bells are down there. There's one just in the bottom corner. All the red parts you can see here are part of the carillon which Terry refurbished for us, and these 4 bells here, 1, 2, 3, 4, are the additional 4 which make up the 10 on which the carillon plays tunes. Again, I can't show you a chiming because it's not time, but all the work has been now completed, and we have actually a new floor up here, above which is the final drive mechanism for the clocks, which turns the hands, which is visible from outside of the church. So that's all for now. Just one more video to come in a few moments. So these are the carillon tunes. As you can see, there are 2 barrels, each with 7 tunes. So one barrel plays one tune, a different tune every day for 7 days, and then repeats, and I can change the barrel over to give it 7 other tunes, 1 per day, before it repeats again. As you can see, there quite a selection of tunes there, and that's the end of this video. Thank you.